We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Happy Friday.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I, well, it's Jill Friday, and Jill's going to talk about identifying with versus emulating rich people.
Do you want me to tell you where this came from?
I would love to.
Okay. So here's how this topic came about. I'm laying in bed on my tablet, like most nights, and I'm just kind of looking at news articles, and I jump into different things, and then I'm in Facebook, and I'm like, here we go again. Grant Cardone got another airplane. I'm like, how many times are we going to see this? I'm like, he went from the Rolls Royce now. He's kind of off that.
Really?
Yeah, there was a lot of that for a little while. The Phantom. And the lights in the ceiling, we all saw that and driving around and okay, whatever. Now we moved on to, I think he got a new airplane. He upped his airplane. And I'm like, how? And there's a picture of him and his wife and everything in there. And I'm just like, who does that sing to? Because it doesn't sing to me.
Yeah, it turns me off too.
So that's kind of where I am. And if you notice about us, you don't really see us. We're not doing that. And I don't have a Bentley or a Rolls Royce. But, and even if I did, I think I would attract the wrong people.
Yep. I
would not want to do that. There's stuff to have fun and share, and things. But then there's times you're just like, it's just, like I said, sends the wrong message. So
let's take a
we'll
question.
talk about it. Okay.
I agree with everything you're saying times 80.
Thank you.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And don't forget to subscribe on the Land Academy YouTube channel and comment on the shows you like.
Okay. Daniel wrote, thanks so kindly for your expertise and especially the call I had with you last year, Kevin Farrell. Oh, this is for Kevin. The confidence I have gained with you as a mentor has led to a profit of around $90,000 in 1 month. Oh my gosh. This must be Kevin's reply.
No, it's all one thing.
Oh, the same thing. And he put, thanks so kindly. As you can imagine, it was a Thanksgiving for the record books. A 2,225% return. God bless you and your family, my friend. Oh,
that was a good little Friday motivational point.
Holy moly. Yeah. Wow.
So every time I make a bunch of money in 1 month, I multiply times 12 and see if it's going to be a good year.
Yeah.
And then that honestly, that next month becomes my thing.
Yeah. Now I got to keep doing that.
Yeah.
I know I can do it. I got to do it again. Oh, that's so, and Kevin's awesome. That's wow.
Today's Jill Friday. She's going to talk about identifying with versus emulating rich people. This is the meat of the show.
So, even with our friends, we don't walk around talking about it. You know how much money I made last month?
Yeah.
Do you know how much money I made on this deal? Do you know how much money this did or that did or something like that? I don't do that. We don't do that. So it's and he's dropping numbers. So this is where it came from too, because he's even saying he's got, I think I don't know if it's a new program or something he's doing, but he's talking about, I made this much million here, and then I made this over here. And I'm just like, I don't know.
Well, the root of that has to be insecurity, number one. Number two, what kind of customer, this is what this topic is.
That's it.
Is it emulation or, are you emulating it or, are you identifying with it? I heard a very successful person one time, very successful educator, but not necessarily put your money where your mouth is kind of person. There was false education. And he said, these people come to my live events because they just want to be in a room with a rich person. Mm. And so I think that's what's going on with him. Like he just wants all these wannabes to follow him
around. Got it.
Versus what we do. I don't mean to steal your thunder here.
No, it's okay.
Am I?
No.
What we do is try to help you get there. We have a group full of people that are actually doing it.
Well, and that's what I was going to go on and say.
And they're not here to get a Phantom.
That was a perfect segue. So what really is happening, and I hope you see this, is that we have hundreds of people just like you. Some are smarter and some may not be as smart, whatever it is, but they're driven and they're making it happen.
Exactly.
And so like the person in the question that shared the $90,000 thing, that was meant to be, you know, I love people sharing that as like, hey, I can, if you, and I think that's our whole group. If I can do it, you can do it. We're the best examples. That's really it. That's what Land Academy is. Hey, we did it and we're not that good. You can do it. And you know what else? And we are very proud and happy to share because there's many members in Land Academy that are doing bigger, better deals, making more money than we are. And I'm like, yay. It makes me happy and proud. And so that's the message that I want to send. And that's what I want, you know, you should be thinking that I can do it. And in the meantime, until I do it, wow, I'm going to congratulate that guy and he's going to be my goal. I'm going to do that too.
You know, if you want a Rolls-Royce Phantom or a new jet, this is not the place for you. But if you've never had a new pickup truck, in maybe 2 or 3 years of hard work, you might be able to very easily and comfortably afford one.
And you want to make sure your wife can quit her job, you can afford to do that. This is a place for you.
Right. Or if you want to leave your kids with some money and a legacy about how to make money in real estate,
this is a place for you. Exactly.
We're not here to gather an entourage of admirers. We're here to help people create a life for themselves at whatever level you want. I'll never forget this member. I think we interviewed him one time. He was buying used furniture, driving around his county.
I remember.
Buying used furniture on, I don't know where. He was reselling it, buying it, cleaning it up, and reselling it on the internet. And
like garage sales. Like he would drive around garage sales, buy it, take it home, take good pictures and all kinds of good stuff, and then just resell it.
And so he found Land Academy, and he calls his mother and said, or maybe they even lived together, and his mother had like 10 grand or something like that. And so they spent it on real estate, and the guy's killing it now because he's just got that scrappy mentality of taking something that somebody's forgotten about, which is a lot of cases, this land, and repackaging it up on the internet and
making it look good.
You know, did he move from where he lived before this? No. Is he trying to climb up some social ladder? In fact, it's quite the opposite. He's just trying to make enough dough every month to have a better life. That's what this is.
Exactly. And I love that. I love that there are people that are proud in our group to say, I'm not here to do this. I'm just here to do that. I'm here to pay for my kids' education, make sure my wife can stay home, and we take all the trips that we want. And I know in 5 years or 10 years, our mortgage will be paid for, and I can really sit back. Like, good for you.
That's what Land Academy's for.
I know.
Mortgage is paid off a lot earlier than we thought.
Exactly. You know, not buying a flashy car and you know what
I really think that happens is Jill and I substitute taught an entrepreneurial class, a master's level entrepreneurial class for a long time before we started Land Academy. And so we'd go in there and I would always ask every new class, please give me an example of an entrepreneur that motivates you. And every single person said, Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg. To which I said, well, good, now you've set yourself to entirely and completely fail. I will never attain that, nor do I want to attain that. But what I'd like to do is maybe set my mark for 10 grand a month, maybe then 20,000 a month. And if you make $25,000 a month after tax,
right? If you can't live on that,
even 10, if you can't live your life on $10,000 or $20,000 and without having a W-2 job, like with free time and you're picking up your kids from school, there's something wrong with you. And so that's why I think there's something wrong with these people that have these just delusions of grandeur about airplanes and Rolls Royces. I just think it's sad.
I know.
It's sad for the person who's delivering that message, and even worse, false hope for the person who's receiving it and saying, that's going to be me someday. I'm going to go buy myself 5 lottery tickets.
Exactly. It's really, really interesting. So, and I'm glad we had this discussion today. And I think that that's not who you are, listener, because you wouldn't be with us if you were. Right. You'd be all over Grant Cardone and say we're stupid.
Yeah, I could hear the radio clicking.
Kind of like, Jill, and you lost me there. So, but anyway, thank you. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week. You can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Join us next week for another interesting episode. You are not alone, and your real estate ambition
But seriously, like I liked him back when it was small and growing and he was just really sharing his sales tips. That to me, you know, is why he was here and the value. And now he's just taking it to a different level. That's not where I want to be.
It's not helping.
No. Yeah, I don't. He doesn't talk so much about the old school nuts and bolts about how to get
commercial real estate.
How to be
Isn't
a
this thing commercial real
salesperson.
estate? Oh, is that what it is?
No. It was all sales. It was always sales. He's now transitioned in the last however many years into real estate. Like, wow. And now I know that because I know how to sell. I can do real estate and do bigger deals, which is stuff we've known all along. That's kind of who we are.
You know, did you ever notice that these salespeople, the prevalence of sales courses out there and like the number of credible just sales is really diminished, which is strange because the internet, you would think that they would increase. And here's what I think.
It's interesting.
There's no real need for sales anymore. There's a huge need for providing real information, which is what we try to do here. We're not selling anything. We're just providing information. You either want it or you don't. And so guys like Grant Cardone are really giving sales a bad name. And he's old enough to be one of those people before
he's
the
older
internet.
than us.
I know.
I think he's, a little bit older than us.
So he was one of those original salespeople.
Yeah.
It's too bad because he has an accounting background. He could be sending the right messages and actually educating people. But instead, he's just making a clown out of himself.
It's kind of weird. He does stadiums and I don't know. Anyway, I don't mean to pick on him. I feel bad because I know a lot of you really like him. And I did. And I still kind of keep an eye on stuff. But I'm just like, now you're really rubbing me the wrong way.
If you want to fill a stadium and you have something to say, like, look at Tony Robbins. I think he really helps people a lot. And every time I hear him talk, he's not selling anything.
We never see Tony's car.
And I feel great.
We never see Tony's plane.
And he always makes me think, oh, maybe I could be over here doing this thing a little bit better with my kids or Land Academy or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like a better person after I watch that. I feel like I need to spray myself off with Lysol.
Okay.
Is it too much?
Don't want to piss off that many people. We're
sorry.
good. You're okay. Need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers and the number 2owners.com. So it's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now including just released for everyone, concierge data and pricing. It's awesome. Give Offers to Owners a call today. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you find our content valuable. We really appreciate your support. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please check out our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 10,000. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.